Hi everyone, it's Community Manager Rocio with a special video this week. This is accompanying our senior game designer Lauren's blog post on our website. You can find the link in the description. As you can recognize from the character creator, we're going a bit more in depth on traits this week. You can find more full descriptions of what each of the types of traits are and what they're all used for in the blog, but here we wanted to show you what they looked like in-game. In the human editor, you can see all of the different types of traits, all your likes and dislikes, and edit them here. Moving on to one of the traits that Lauren mentions in her blog is athletic. So here, this character, I've made her both athletic and active. The active lifestyle trait will make her more likely to do fitness activities, and the athletic trait will make her better at improving. To see what this looks like in the character menu, you can see that confident, a temporary condition, has popped up. This came from her workout and will last 81 minutes. Look at that well-earned confidence. Now let's look at an example of an attitude. In this case, hot-headed makes your anger quicker to increase. Here we see our character yelling at this fridge, and you'll see the impacts of it once we head to the character screen. As you can see, she's going to be angry about this encounter for the next 103 minutes. Much like confident, you can see that this is a temporary condition, and we want to show one more temporary condition that you can get from your likes and your dislikes you can see here below. Let's take a look at how much she likes art. Here we have Florette looking at a piece of art that's in her house. Even though she may not be in the best mood right now, looking at art is one of her likes, so it should still impact her current conditions. We look here and yeah, she's angry, she's confident, but she's still happy for the next 89 minutes. Now we're going to add a trait that Lauren called out in her blog, eccentric. Much like previous videos, to add or remove, you just use the plus and the minus. We're going to go ahead and just search for eccentric and add that. Now that our character's set, let me show you what it does. Eccentric is a type of quirk. So like shameless or fickle, which Lauren mentions in the blog, it basically allows you to bend the rules of the game. In the case of eccentric, you can talk to inanimate objects. Now for the more technical side of traits, we go to the mod tools. Looking at the tags here, you can see the different ones that Lauren outlines, including the different life stage tags so that you can determine who will be able to use this, as well as whether it'll appear in avatar creation or what type of trait it is. These are the main types of tags that we're using in our trait creation. You can, of course, create your own tags to use them however you'd wish, either for searching or for different dynamics that you're trying to create when you mod. Now for a quick overview of what Lauren talks about in terms of script editing. So here you can see that there are different scripts for different stages of this trait. This is a temporary trait, caffeinated. This part of the trait is added when the trait is first assigned to the person, so you can see it affects rest as well as starts counting how many cups of coffee you've had. There's also on renew traits, which is basically every time that trait is reassigned. In the case of caffeinated, it starts counting how many cups of coffee you have. And the final part of the script is when that trait is removed. So for caffeinated, you can see that once you remove that trait, you crash. You get a caffeine crash. Lauren goes into that and these tags a little bit more in her blog. Finally, a little bit more on interaction script wrappers. As Lauren describes them, these are a burger bun around the interaction meat patty, basically allowing you to add commands before and after functions. This basically allows you to add a bunch of the same useful commands to a tag, that way you don't have to go through each one individually, such as a bunch of different types of exercises in the case of fitness. And that's it for this brief overview. Lauren answers more questions and goes more in depth in the blog, which is linked in the description below. Thank you so much for watching and see you next time.